Okay guys, we packed up. We're headed back down. There is what they call an exit crack on this route, and I had a paper with all the coordinates and everything written down, and I don't have it. So we're erring on the side of safety, and I think it's like 1.2 miles extra to go around the lake rather than up and around this. And I actually think the exit crack is this thing right there, but I'm not enough positive to commit to it, because if we're wrong and get up there and have to come back, that would be more than an extra mile plus the climb. Plus we get the awesomeness of hiking around the lake too. Got a little bit of ugliness up here, but right everywhere else it looks good. So here's a little bit of sketchiness that you can see right here where the lake is, and as long as we stay in the snow above it, should be all right. I wasn't going to put my micro spikes on, but you know, I brought them. And it'd be really dumb to fall in the lake because I didn't take a minute to put them on. Alright, so I'm sitting here getting my spikes on, and this section right here just collapsed. Whew! I think I'm going to go a little higher than I planned on going. That made a loud noise. So it did decide to rain on us, but I don't think it's going to last long. But we actually had to cross this little section of lake right here. Super sketchy, and all the snow we're standing on used to be, I'm guessing, pretty level with where we're at now, and as it's broken down, there's a big crevasse running right through the top of this, and there's gigantic balls of ice here. Okay guys, it decided to sock in and soak us. And here's this upper lake, or I guess the lower of the lakes, and then this is the little pass we're going up over. Been lots of thunder. We haven't seen lightning yet, thank goodness, but the way it echoes up here on these rocks is amazing. Okay, we just crested this little saddle here to be greeted by this lake, and I don't know if you can see it in the reflection or not, but it goes like a foot deep and then it just is gone. And now we're going to go up over this little saddle right here, and it should drop us down into the outlet of the lake. And if it doesn't, then we'll just keep hiking until it does. Okay, this is the last little pond that brought us down to this, that just opened us up to big forest. I see pine trees again. I'm excited about that. I think where we're camping tonight, it's going to have pine trees. Okay, I'm not sure that this is going to be helpful to anybody, but I think we screwed up. I can't see this end of the lake, so if there's cliffs there, then I am absolutely wrong. But it seems you can skirt this lake all the way to this cliff band right in here, and then the exit crack must be in there. It would be 1,000 times shorter than what we did. But I can't I can't say for sure that that's right because I can't see that section of the lake. So there's got to be a Google Earth photo or something of that lake that would help you determine it. I couldn't find a video where anybody took it and actually showed it. I was hoping to do that, but not so much. Walking on this grass after all these rocks is spectacular. Okay. All right, no trip in the mountains would be right without some hail. But we found this rock ledge to hide underneath. And I'm actually not getting hit. Dustin's getting a little in the calves, but Ian, I don't know where he went.
He's not going down.
But as quick as they come, they go. Man, we just found like the prettiest little valley. There's three options to get down off this hill. There was this little chute, there's one over to the left, and then all the water's coming down to the right. But something's been cruising through here. All the branches are broke off. And we're about to find out if we chose wisely. So far, it looks pretty good, but I'm gonna need both hands for a minute. Man, this place just gives and gives and gives. All right, we're about to leave this little slice of heaven and pop right up over this little saddle here. Should be Camp Lake. We were hoping to make it there last night, but that did not happen. Had we not have got stuck or lost or whatever, there's a trail, whatever you want to call it, we'd have made it hands down. All right, we were following a trail. We made it to Camp Lake, but I don't think I took the right trail because it ended up in this. I think if we'd have stayed up higher for longer, it would have been okay, but since we're here, I don't know. All right, we punched to the top end of Camp Lake. We stopped and had lunch there. I'm really surprised. I guess I'm just used to different mountains, but you can usually walk up to these creeks and there'll be fish just all over. I just don't see any up here. And I know we're up high in the middle of nowhere, but man, underneath these little falls, there ought to be fish all over. Not a thing. Okay, we made it to the upper lake. We got clouds moving in again, so we got to get trucking. And that's down where we came from. Okay, we got the Golden Lake area in view finally. We're gonna make camp. We're kind of doing an early day after yesterday. Somewhere between the second and third lake we will call camp. But if I remember from my maps, it's either this, yeah, it's gonna be on this next hill. There's a big huge waterfall that comes rolling down, so I'm excited to see that. Sweetness. Back amongst the pine trees, walking on something soft. We're not hopping boulders anymore. What an awesome place. We're shortening ourselves today, like I said earlier, which just means we're gonna have to hump pump extra hard tomorrow, but I think it'll be worth it. All right, there is a proper waterfall and some proper thunder. Yeah, this is the next challenge. We got to cross this. My guess is we're just going to get our shoes wet or take them off. Okay, there's the outlet of Upper Golden Lake and the top end of Lake Louise.
Yeah, this is Lake Louise, and the one
All right.
lower is like 19,165. It's lower.
Lake Louise. Oh, look at that shot right there. And next down is Golden Lake, and that's where we're going to crash. So this would be the outlet of Lake Louise, which turns into the inlet right up here of Golden Lake. We're just far enough away from it, we missed all the exciting parts. Okay guys, I am set up here at Golden Lake. Ian and Dustin are chilling over there. I just boiled a little bit of water. I have a hole in my air pad, which super duper sucks. And I don't have any seam sealer, which works really, really good. That's what this one and this one and this one are. And all you gotta do is let it dry, and it's flexible and it works all over. These gear patches, as this inflates, it'll wrinkle in all these creases. So one thing you can do is heat a little bit of water up in a pan and then iron it on, and it helps the adhesive really stick. You don't want to get it too hot, like I can touch the bottom, but it's warm enough it'll make the adhesive go. This thing's made out of plastic. If you get it too hot, you'll just melt it, and that would super duper duper suck. So I just want to make sure that there's no air bubbles in it, and then I'll just let that sit for an hour or so and really stick, and then put some air in it and see how I did. So there's a pretty decent waterfall there, not as nice as from the first lake. And right between the trees there's another smaller one coming down. Not too shabby of a place to be. Just coming down to the water. Let's see how I'll make some filtering. See if there's any fish. Wind's got to die down a little bit, but carry my fly pole all the way across here. It'd be cool to catch something with it. All right guys, the next day, awesome camp. We were able to have a little bit of fire. I didn't catch any fish, but obviously plenty of water. All right, we had a lot of rain and wind last night, but after a while it died off and everything dried out, so our tents were all dry this morning. Nice sound of the waterfalls and everything this morning. So we're gonna hit the trail. All right, we're slowly leaving Golden Lake behind. We've had 2 really good creek crossings so far, but feet are still dry. All right, that right there is the pass we came down yesterday. Kind of the last view of where we've been. All these these smiling faces. And just headed up to the top of the hill. Okay, we've made it up above Dennis Lake. Nice beautiful waterfall on the other side. We've lost most of the Golden Lakes, but there's still our pass that we came over. Okay, we crested over, I guess, above Dennis Lake. We've been seeing elk tracks all over the place, but no elk. Hay Pass is right here in front of us. Alright, so we're coming up on Hay Pass. It's actually spelled H-A-Y, but for some reason everybody just says Hay Pass for no reason at all. But Hay Pass. That lakes up here numbered by their elevation is 10,755. We're gonna follow the trail towards it, and then this is where we bail off and go off trail for the next day or two. Pick up little bits and pieces here and there. Path over here. We're gonna shoot over here, up through the trees there, and up and over that little pass there. So goodbye to the trail for a little while. All right, we were just saying we haven't seen people for 2 days, and we just passed, it's one group but in 2 sections of 8 people. We're almost to this upper section, and then we get to go up over this little pass. Been slow and steady, but we're making her. Alright, we made the saddle of this little pass. This looks about as unfun as it's going to be. We have to skirt the left side of this lake, and there are 3 cliff bands that I can see, 4 maybe, and then come out the chute on it. But we're sitting here having lunch, and I looked up, and this is Mount Victor, and there's another glacier. It's an unnamed glacier, but I've never been in a place with so many glaciers in my life. All right, we made it down here in the Indian paintbrush, the lake and the mountain. This lake doesn't have a name, but if you look on Google Earth, it's the one that we'll just call it Phallic Lake. There is no trail through here, but enough people have just gone through, we can kind of see where they've walked. But another couple hours of jumping rocks. We're kind of looking forward to the nice meadowy walks we've been having. And we're back. Came up and over all that draw, and we're headed down to this lake here,
Lake 10542.
10542, and then we are going to go up over that saddle right there. So we haven't had a crazy day, but there sure is a lot of going uphill, and just absolutely beautiful everywhere. We have a lot of clouds going on, but we haven't had that one word yet that we had a lot of yesterday. The name that shall not be spoken. So I'm trying to keep this close to me to get the wind out of here, but just as a note to people that are looking at doing this hike, I have a Verizon phone. We were able to send texts on top of knapsack coal, make phone calls, and send pictures on top of Indian Pass, and then we're, I don't even know, above wherever we're at right now, a lake, and I was able to make a phone call again. So hasn't been completely a solo event. I was able to keep in touch with my wife, and that's nice. But here comes the wind. This is where we're headed. Okay, so you get service just prior to lake 10-806. You have to do it up there on the pass though, not down here where there's service goes away. We're filling our bottles right out of the snow melt, and it's awesome. Water's like 33 degrees. It's righteous. Anyhow, we're going to go around this mountain a little bit and find Hall Lake will be where we're going to be tonight. We're about a mile as the crow flies, so we figure about 2.5 miles of trucking. Okay, we got up here. We're gonna skirt just over this edge right over here down to our lake, but man, we're starting to see some beautiful mountain ranges again, or mountain peaks. I haven't seen anything today. It wasn't beautiful other than Ian falling and smashing his thumb. Okay, Hall Lake is just right up this little chute in front of us. That will be camp for the night. We've been gabbing a bunch today and it makes me forget to pull my camera out, but we've had some amazing shots. All the little summits we made. It's awesome to be able to look back and see like your entire yesterday's trip in one shot. We're getting close enough that we're checking all these little streams out for fish. I got some fettuccine alfredo that's always better with something in it, but I believe this stream's going to be disappointing. It was hard to tell from up there, but I'm going to go with no on this one. But lake's just up here. Okay, this is Hall Lake, surrounded by these absolutely beautiful mountains. All day long it's been threatening to rain on us, and it just spit on us like 6 times and then quit. And I actually believe it's going to stop over there. Getting a little coming, but we popped up on this lake, the easiest route, but now we got to hop over this little knob here to where I believe we'll be camped for the night. All right, this is Allen Lake, again with the peaks. There's a yellow-bellied marmot over in the crack of the rocks that Cash is just fixated on. Ian is setting up there. Dustin and I are set up here. Easy access to the water. And tomorrow we're crossing out and bailing out that way. So a good day. A couple things that really weren't passes, but they were pretty gnarly. But there was a lot of meadow walking too. That was a nice change.
And hay pass.
And hay pass. Hay pass. All right, apparently I need to make a slight addendum to my last little shot. This is Hall Lake, not Allen Lake. And with that, I will see you in the morning.